The people of New Hampshire are not new to this game. As the country's first primary, they receive much more one-on-one time with presidential candidates and are used to being catered to. Each candidate develops a type of following that often grows throughout the primary season, creating a celebrity effect. Traditionally, it requires a clear platform and a demonstration of issue-based knowledge for a candidate to draw large crowds.
Fake war that they're conducting, they won't even call it a war on terror. Look how ISIS has grown and spread. Now they have a dozen affiliates, and they grow in their capabilities. As President of the United States, I'll keep America safe. We're going to have a real war on terror. Our intelligence agencies are going to find these killers. Our military is going to destroy them. And if we capture any of these terrorists alive, they're going to Guantanamo, not to a courthouse in Manhattan.
After the introduction of celebrity candidate Donald Trump, traditional candidates scrambled to try and form an equally sizable fan base. Voters don't always judge candidates by their polling results. Many individuals judge a candidate's popularity by the size of their crowds and the way they react to a candidate's message. It is a candidate-to-voter interaction like this that the news media reports to the nation. Donald Trump's celebrity factor has driven a fan base independent of his political support. What does this mean for the other presidential hopefuls? Will the media coverage of the other candidates be impacted at the expense of the voters? The people of New Hampshire aren't too worried.
I've been going to all these town meetings because my vote is very important, and I'm really taking this seriously, and I'm trying to whittle it down to the best candidate that I feel. So I'm going to definitely vote on Tuesday.
We can learn so much because we're face-to-face with all of them. They've all been here this weekend and right in our neighborhood. So it's been a completely different experience, I think, than anyone else would have outside of New Hampshire.
It would appear that the only people worried about the amount of coverage that each candidate is receiving are the candidates themselves.
Debates is that you get such limited time to communicate. Hey, how you doing? If you come to a town hall meeting, and I think you were at a town hall meeting, you see John Casey. But when you try to pen me in with 30 seconds and 60 seconds, it's pretty hard. But I'm getting better at it. Tonight was a great night, and we needed this tonight.
Every candidate in the race must fight to make themselves appear personable and approachable to the public, but the celebrity factor of some has made it all the easier.
I've been an admirer of Hillary Clinton's for a long time. Back when she first started coming to New Hampshire with her husband when he was first running for president. And I've always been in awe of her intellect, her understanding of the issues, but her willingness to come to a place like this and just sit down and have ordinary conversations with people and really pick up a lot of what is on the minds of voters. I think that, I think there were probably as many Hillary supporters as Sanders supporters. And you're right that there are a number of our elected officials that are supporting Hillary and that endorsed her. Senator Shaheen is a good example. She serves in the Senate with Senator Sanders, but she's a long-term relationship with Hillary Clinton. And I think, you'd need to ask the individual leaders, but I think for a lot of them, it's they know Hillary, they trust Hillary, and they know that Hillary will really get things done and deliver on the promises that she makes. She can talk about the issues, but she can always accomplish something in the end, and that's really important.
But at the end of the day, the charades will end, the masks will come off, and the election will boil down to each and every individual vote that is cast. The celebrity influence can only influence so much. So what does that mean for the vote?
Well, I think with my head, because I want to balance both where I think the candidates stand on things and whether they line up with what I believe, and also whether it's a candidate who is practical and who can win in the general. So balancing those two things, I think, is using my head.